In this week's video, we are doing a full week of training. We've got a couple of easy runs, of course. We've got 2 speed workouts, and then we've got a Sunday long run. That'll be my longest run in the past 2 or 3 years. So let's go! Okay, it is Monday afternoon. I slept in a little bit this morning. Surprise, surprise. Today was supposed to be a rest day for the week. It's going to be about a 35-mile training week, and today's supposed to be a rest day, but I'm going to go ahead and do an easy run. I'm pulling this run from Friday, so I'm just moving it over from Friday to Monday, the training plan that I was given. Usually because Fridays are a little bit busier of a day for me, I can use that rest day on a Friday. Sorry, itchy nose. Going into the weekend, I've already picked up my son from school, so I've got him home with me, and it's storming outside, so I am just going to go ahead and run on the treadmill. And then I'm going to go pick up my daughter. We're going to make some dinner and get on for the evening. So just easy 5 miles on the treadmill for Monday. All right, hello everybody. It is Tuesday. I'm about to do my speed workout. I am in between work and home. My wife told me that she was going to pick up the kids so I could get my run in, and I was like, what is that supposed to mean, you know? But I'm going to go ahead and get this run in. I've got 5.5 miles. The workout is called K200s. It's from my coach, meaning I'm going to run a 1.25 mile warm-up. I'm going to run a kilometer at 7:30 pace, and then run a 200 right after that, at the end of that, at a 6:45 pace if I can do that, and then you have a rest, and then you do that 4 times over, and then you do a cool down. K200s. So let's do it. All right, about to finish up my warm-up, and the more I think about it, the harder I think this workout's going to be. We'll see how this goes. I'm definitely think I'm going to take advantage of the prescribed rest between sets, you know, walking it out. It says for 120 seconds, but for me it'll probably be like more like 60 seconds because I'm tough. But let's get this thing done. All right, I finished the workout section of that run. I'm on my cool down mile right now. Workout was hard. I hit the 6:45 paces for the 200s. You know, I did that. Wasn't too hard. Holding the 7:30 after the first rep was the challenge. After the first rep, I probably only held it 50% of the time. The other 50% I was probably doing 7:45 pace. If I can talk right now, gosh. Whew, sun's got me today. But it was a good workout overall. I will see y'all. Also I'm running my Nike Zoom Fly 6s and still got my Sprints hat that I got for Father's Day. So I'll see y'all on the next run tomorrow morning. All right, it is Thursday. I ended up taking the day off on Wednesday because I had an event to go to last night with my wife, and then we went to a comedy show, and then I skipped my run this morning, or I had to delay my run this morning to this afternoon because I slept in because we were out late, which is a good thing. Date night, you know? And then I've got a limited amount of time, so I'm actually gonna cut this run short. I'm not gonna do the cool down. I'm gonna do the meat of the workout, and then I'm gonna do the cool down at home on the treadmill while dinner's cooking in the oven, because I have a limited amount of time to get my children. But that's what happens when you're a dad and you're married and you got a full-time job. I say that all the time, but you know, you gotta adjust. But having a treadmill at home is a game changer, because that way you can always get it done. The workout today is a speed workout. I'm trying to do these workouts outside. It's a lot harder when you're controlling your own pace versus doing it on the treadmill where it's controlling the pace for you. So today is 1 mile warm-up, 2 miles at 8:30 pace, 1 mile at 7:45 pace, then a mile cool down. Of course, I'm going to do the cool down at home, but should be pretty tough. It's pretty warm out this afternoon, but I'm ready to get after it. So I'll let y'all know when I finish the workout. All right, I have finished the bulk of the workout. I am going to do the cool down mile here on the Greenway. I just looked at the clock and I was like, I do have enough time. I didn't hit all the numbers exactly what I wanted to. I ran like a 8:27 and 8:22 when I was supposed to be running at 8:30, so that was good. Then a mile where I was supposed to do 7:45, I did 7:53 instead, so a little disappointing. I kind of just like, Oh my God, there's flies everywhere. Woods in Alabama, huh? I kind of just like lost focus at some point in that last mile, realized what I was doing, and I was running like an 8:30 pace. I was like, oh gosh, I gotta speed this up. But completed the workout with the cool down mile. I thought about it while I was running. I was like, I really don't like to postpone miles unless I have to. I always try to give myself a buffer when I'm picking up my kids in the afternoon. You don't want to be the person who's supposed to pick them up by 4:30 and show up at 4:35 or 4:40. That's not good, but I always give myself a buffer. I've got plenty of time to get there. I should get there by 4:25. But I don't like postponing miles, especially throughout the week, because you think you're going to compensate, but probably you'll compensate, maybe a 25% or half of the time. The other half, you're just going to forget about having to run extra miles on another workout. So I really don't want to do that. I'm in marathon training. I want to get it done. I'm following this training plan for a reason. I want to get better. I want to break that 3:30 marathon. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Tomorrow's Friday and Saturday. I'm supposed to run some easy miles. Then on Sunday, I'm supposed to run a half marathon, which will be the longest distance I've run this year. So I'm looking forward to that. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. On Friday morning, I did 4.5 miles easy on the treadmill. On Saturday morning, I did 3.5 miles easy on the treadmill. Both of those were prescribed runs by my coach. And yeah, I took them easy. I did what coach said. It's hard not to run more miles. When you have it in you, it's like when I did my own training plan, I always would just go like for 5 or something like that as an easy run. So running 4.5 and 3.5, was tough to hold myself back, but it gears me up for this morning's long run, which is 13 miles, which of course I'm going to do 13.1 because I want to hit that half marathon. I intentionally did a bunch of stuff for the run today. I hydrated yesterday. When I woke up, I had all my gear ready. I had my shoes ready to go, my shorts, which are specific for a long run because of the pockets. Had my tank top ready because I knew it was going to be warm. Had my hat ready to go. Had my water bottle, filled it up with Gatorade, drank Gatorade about 45 minutes before I started running. Have 4 gels ready to go in this. Hit my inhaler, took my allergy medication, did everything I was supposed to do to be ready for this long run this morning. And, feels good. Feels good to get out here and do it. I don't know the course. I actually intended on doing a different course. I actually kind of wanted to go to the Greenway where the Boston or Bus race was and do an out and back on the actual race course, but my daughter woke up super early this morning, around the time when I woke up, so I had less time. My wife ended up getting up as I was getting ready to get out the door. Actually, I woke her up. So anyways, I didn't have as much time as I thought I would have to get prepared to get in my car and drive somewhere. So I'm just going from my house, gonna do some sort of loop. So we'll figure that out. All right, I made it to my restaurant, Walton Southern Table. I had an idea while I was running. I was like, I know there's a water spigot on the outside of this, so I can top off my water bottle. Started off with Gatorade. I'll end the run with water. I'm about 5.5 miles into this run so far. In my notes so far, it's very humid and hot. That's affecting me. And if I haven't said this already, a half marathon, this is the first time I'm running it in like a couple years. My longest run so far this year is 11 miles, so that'll be new. And then also another note is if I do another long run in the city like this, I'm going to bring my key because there's a bathroom in here. I could get cold water inside. I could even leave myself like a Gatorade in the cooler if I wanted to. So I'm gonna fill up my water. I'm gonna continue this run, but I feel good so far. I've been taking a gel every 3.5 miles, so I've only taken 1 gel so far. Brought more gel than I need, and I don't really need to top off my water, but I will because it's better to have more water than you need, especially on a long run. So I'll see y'all later on in the... Okay, I'm 11.5 miles in right now, 1.5 miles out from the finish. It's been a tough one. Definitely feeling the humidity. It's not too bad though. It's like, I mean, maybe like a 6 out of 10 on how bad it could be in North Alabama. I've been fighting the urge to walk. Of course, I'm walking right now, but just to film. Felt good. I've kept my miles in like the mid to low 10 range, and my nutrition has felt good. I'm glad I stopped and filled up my water. But it's been a good run so far. It's been a good training week. I'm back to doing the higher mileage. I think we'll get up into the 50s by the end of training. The running coach I use doesn't allow me to look too far ahead, just a week or two ahead. So we'll see how the training becomes. In order to run a 3:30 marathon, I need to run an 8-minute mile for 26 miles. I don't think I'm capable of doing that right now, but I do feel like I'm in better shape than I was when I started this, so that's good. It's like I have to rein in my expectations. I'm a 41-year-old, middle-aged guy with kids and full-time job and a wife. So, you know, I'm gonna do what I can do. Just being in shape is a good thing. So thank y'all for watching this video. Speed work and long runs. I will see y'all next week.